Welcome, Jared from JaredPolin.com here. We're going to talk about a photo shoot I recently did with the band Automatic Fire. Got a call from Walt. We need a new band photo because management wants to update our photo. Because the last ones we did were probably about a year ago. South by Southwest, also a couple of shots that we did with the spitting of the beer and all that good stuff. And now they just want to showcase what they look like, so they can get that across. So we did this. We set this photo shoot up late at night. It was like 10 at night when I started to try to accomplish lighting it myself. And as you know, I like to capture moments as they happen more so than do setup photos. But I've been working on getting setups properly lit and just working more on posing and getting it right, because the only way I'm going to get better at it is if I forge ahead and learn as much as I can and keep doing it. The initial setup I had, I wasn't happy with. My buddy Richie, who really saved the day here, was able to make it there by 11 o'clock? I don't even remember probably around 9:30, 9:45, and we ended up with a 5-light setup. 2 of my white lightnings, 1600 watt seconds. With a, hey, you know what? I could probably use that that app on the phone, on the iPhone, to make the layout to show you the diagram, being that the room wasn't very big to shoot a picture of it. Oh, that's going to be cool. So I'll make that and put that up. So we did the 5 lights. We had a couple of Q flashes that Richie had that we set off to the sides, like coming in here off the other guys' faces, the guys on the edges. We basically scrimmed them off, so we directed the light, or snooted them off to make the light go properly, to hit the right guys, to give them some nice light. And we had a beauty dish with a diffusion sock up high facing down, and we had a SB800 Nikon popping off below through a diffuser to give some fill light down there, and then there was one SB900 hitting the guy in the back, and all triggered through the Pocket Wizards, and it was actually a pretty cool setup. It was really neat to see how you can basically paint with the light and put the light where you want it and get your exposures proper, and the story behind the backdrop. It's interesting because this photo looks almost like you pop the backdrop out on a green screen and put something else in, but it's really a real piece of fabric. Walt went out and bought the fabric for the shoot, and this is the one we used. It's extremely sharp because we were shooting at f/16, so it seems like everything's in focus. It just has a kind of dimension, which surprised me. You never know what you're going to get until you actually shoot it. Also, shooting bands, you want to try a few different things. Like this time, band shots always are leaning in, or everybody's standing there straight across, and when you're indoors, you're limited to what you can do. But having Robbie lean in with his hands on the shoulders really draws you into that image and just makes it better than just standing there. So let's see, technical aspects. What did we shoot with? Nikon D3S 24-70 2.8, those 5 lights, 2 Q flashes. How many? Oh wow, we only used 1 white lightning and 1 SB800 and 1 SB900. So we didn't use the other white lightning that I have. Pretty simple setup. Just get the guys in there. This is what they wanted, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Did some the C word came up. They said you might have to crop, and that was because of the background. We didn't have a lot of room to work with, and I considered it, but then was able to get the framing right where I didn't have to crop, so I was like, yes, no cropping, because we know my feelings on cropping. So really, the shoot turned out well. Management was really happy with what we came out with. The band was really happy with what we came up with, and the picture off to the main picture here is the one that they decided to use. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it is what it is. That's what they selected. Edited in RAW, Lightroom. Did some dodging, just like back in the day in the darkroom. I haven't done too much of that, but it really helped bring out the faces just where I needed to dodge a little bit. So worked out very well. So that's it. Any questions? Jared at jaredpolin.com.